Most people assume front-wheel drive represents a modern concept, something born from fuel economy mandates and small city cars. Breaking that assumption, Oldsmobile's 1966 Toronado proved conventional wisdom wrong long before anyone paid attention. Here are 15 facts about a technically daring American automobile, a machine that looked like it rolled off a science fiction set and drove unlike anything else sharing the road. For 29 years, no American carmaker touched front-drive technology. Attempting it last in 1937, the Cord brand folded, sending the whole idea into automotive history books to collect dust. Oldsmobile didn't merely revive the concept, they scaled it up to a full-size vehicle carrying a large V8 tucked under the hood. Bringing this unprecedented combination together yielded tremendous results, which made the Toronado's arrival in dealer showrooms during the fall of 1965 a genuinely surprising moment in post-war American automotive history. Its origins mirror the surprising nature of its engineering. A designer named David North sketched a rendering called the Flame Red Car, intending it as a personal exercise rather than a production proposal. Striking lines and bold proportions gave the vehicle an unreal quality, which is exactly why Oldsmobile's leadership couldn't stop staring at it. Turning a passion project into reality, executives greenlit the design for actual development, carrying North's original vision through to the final product with notable fidelity. Sometimes ideas nobody planned on eventually land in showrooms. Climbing into most American cars from the 1960s reveals an immediate intrusion, a transmission tunnel running down the cabin floor's center, forcing middle-seat passengers into an awkward straddle. Defying this norm, this Oldsmobile provided a totally flat surface. Because all the mechanical hardware lived under the hood, the entire cabin floor ran level from side to side, allowing 6 adults to sit across both rows without fighting for position. Offering so much interior space in such a powerful vehicle surprised observers. It matched the exterior ambition in a way buyers never anticipated. Those buyers also received a forward fascia, unlike anything else on the highway. Hiding the headlights created a clean appearance, a smooth, unbroken surface that gave the car an almost predatory stillness. Flipping a switch rotated the housings open to reveal the beams, adding a theatrical quality to something as ordinary as driving after dark. Reinforcing the vehicle's overall personality, this detail kept interesting features out of sight until the moment called for them. Powering all of this, an engine carrying the name Super Rocket suited the application perfectly. Oldsmobile dropped a 425 cubic inch V8 under that hood, turning it slightly to work with the transaxle arrangement underneath. Forcing that much American iron to pull from the front rather than push from the back presented a difficult mechanical problem, so the engineering team spent years working through it before releasing this model to the public. Producing 385 horsepower, this engine broke all the rules of 1966 engineering fiction. High-powered contemporaries routed their output backward, where managing traction proved far more straightforward. Sending heavy acceleration forward often fights the steering, pulling toward one side or the other as torque loads spike. Taming that behavior required careful calibration of the suspension geometry, the steering rack, and the tire contact patch. Mastering these challenges, Oldsmobile's team delivered a machine that drove more calmly than its output suggested. To fit the transmission alongside the engine rather than behind it, engineers split the gearbox into 2 separate sections and connected them with a heavy-duty metal chain. Avoiding fragile components, they utilized a thick, precisely built mechanism designed to handle big block V8 torque loads without stretching or failing. Most buyers remained completely oblivious to its existence. Encountering the unusual setup during service, mechanics frequently looked twice before understanding what they saw. Adding another layer of strangeness, The instrument cluster abandoned traditional dials. Instead of a needle sweeping across a numbered arc, a cylindrical drum printed with numbers rotated as the vehicle accelerated, bringing higher figures into view through a small dashboard window. Accustomed to standard gauges, drivers needed a brief adjustment period before the readout felt natural. Adapting quickly, operators often found it easier to read at a glance, cementing this design as one more place where Oldsmobile chose an unconventional path over a safe alternative. Motor Trend recognized all this effort by handing the Toronado its Car of the Year award for 1966. Testing the vehicle, critics noted it felt polished and ready for daily use rather than behaving like a rough prototype. Surprising most observers, the real triumph lay not in building a forward-drive muscle machine, but in delivering a refined product on the very first attempt. No existing tire in Firestone's catalog could handle the severe demands placed on the steering wheels. Managing 3 tasks simultaneously, these specific tires needed to steer, brake, and transmit all engine power to the pavement. Reinforcing the sidewalls, Firestone adjusted the internal construction and validated the final design specifically around the vehicle's unique weight distribution and power output. Shipping with those custom rollers as standard equipment increased development costs, yet it ensured the driving dynamics functioned exactly as intended. Managing approximately 4,500 pounds of heft, this grand tourer still ran from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 7.5 seconds. Road testers in 1966 noticed immediately. This heavy coupe rivaled much smaller performance cars. Generating considerable force, the torque from that big V8 pulled hard enough that the weight penalty virtually disappeared from the timing sheets. Designers also eliminated vent windows, those small triangular panes at the forward corners of door glass, typically used for cabin ventilation throughout the mid-1960s. Relying instead on a fresh air system built directly into the body structure produced an uninterrupted sweep of glass along the flanks. Serving as a key proof of concept, this styling choice represented a first for General Motors on a production vehicle, establishing a design approach the company eventually extended across its broader lineup. Borrowing its underlying platform from the Buick Riviera provided the physical footprint, even though that rear-wheel drive coupe shared none of the drivetrain philosophy. Adapting the E-body structure, engineers kept the wheelbase alongside several structural elements, redesigning everything underneath the skin around a mechanical configuration the original platform never anticipated. Proving that 2 vehicles sharing a chassis can end up functioning entirely differently, the contrast between this Oldsmobile and the Riviera remains quite clear. Creating a practical problem, the dramatically long doors required a creative fix. Stretching backward to match the proportions placed the primary exterior handles far from a rear seat passenger's natural reach. Solving this dilemma meant adding a secondary set of handles near the trailing edge, tucking them discreetly into the bodywork without interrupting the visual lines. Remaining invisible from a distance, these secondary latches revealed one more small detail where the design team prioritized the actual ownership experience over mere showroom appearance. Packing so much drive hardware into the engine bay left no room for conventional coil springs. Substituting longitudinal torsion bars, Oldsmobile utilized long metal rods that resisted twist rather than compression, freeing up space in the wheel wells for the drive shafts and suspension arms. Allowing for ride height adjustments by changing the preload on the bars provided a practical benefit during factory calibration. Driving the vehicle for years without missing traditional springs, owners enjoyed a ride feeling exactly like a well-sorted full-size coupe, keeping the unconventional hardware out of the conversation entirely. The 1966 Oldsmobile Toronado combined a flat cabin floor, custom hardware, and bold styling drawn from an impossible sketch. setting engineering benchmarks that influenced decades of production vehicles. This pioneering coupe still draws a crowd at any show it attends today. Drop a comment below with whichever fact caught you most off guard, and subscribe for more deep looks at the cars that actually moved the industry forward.